Madonna Girl Dale is gonna do it her way. Don't really give a damn what they think or say. Madonna Girl Dale, the world is my stage. She's a legend.
From the streets of Baltimore to national television, Madonna Girl Dale's journey is a story of ambition, resilience, and undeniable presence. Long before the cameras and larger audiences, there was a dream shaped by raw talent, determination, and a desire to be seen and heard. Ritchie Highway in Baltimore, Maryland, was where that journey began. In a city rich with culture, character, and struggle, Dale found a voice and a purpose. That voice first made its mark on local radio, where personality, passion, and authenticity quickly set Dale apart. It was there, behind the microphone, that a star began to rise and become a local legend. But local recognition was only the beginning. Driven by vision and persistence, Dale took that same energy to a bigger stage, national television. What followed was more than personal success. It was proof that with courage and commitment, a dream born on city streets can reach audiences far beyond them. Along the way, Dale built more than a career. Dale built a name, a platform, and a legacy. And yet, the story is still unfolding. Because for Madonna Girl Dale, the journey has never been only about looking back at what has been achieved. It is about looking ahead to what is still possible. With so much already accomplished, and even more still to come, Dale remains a powerful example of what it means to keep pushing forward. For Madonna Girl Dale, the world was never too big. It was always the stage.
Hi, my name is Dale Kreitz. I was born in Baltimore, Maryland at Mercy Hospital in 1971. I was raised in Baltimore, Maryland. When I was living in Baltimore, Maryland, I was living in Hollandtown, and it was Patterson Park, Eastern Avenue. There was a lot of stores up and down Eastern Avenue, residents, and it was a carry-out restaurant. I used to live at 503 South Linwood Avenue, and that's where I used to sit on my steps, and that's where I started playing Madonna. My mom used to work at Riverview Nursing Home in Essex as a nurse assistant. When I was, before I listened to Madonna, I was listening to like all the 80s music with my mom. When my mother gave me rules I had to be in before dinner time, if I wasn't in at dinner time, I would have been punished. Stayed in the house, I was punished, not allowed outside to play with my friends. Okay. Places I could be in there for dancing and being outrageous. When I was a kid, I got in trouble going into department stores, playing Madonna, being myself, playing Madonna in the stores and start dancing. When I was 5 years old, a family member took and beat my mother with a 2x4, and it really, really traumatized me. And seeing my mother head getting beat with a 2x4, anyway, I recognized my mother was from here down. Here up, I could not recognize my mother who brought me in this world. Then when I was 7 years old, I was sexually abused by another family member. And then when I was 12, going on 13, my biological father took and molested me. My childhood life in Baltimore was, I used to talk to some of the neighbors in the neighborhood, interact with them. And then I used to go to restaurants and went to the movies, and I took and went all over Baltimore, down to Baltimore Inner Harbor, up and down Eastern Avenue on the weekends. And I used to chair dance on Eastern Avenue and pole dance on Eastern Avenue. And I took and got I did something in the neighborhood that was never done in the neighborhood in Baltimore. Like chair dancing, doing the songs too by Madonna.
This is the story of Dale Kreitz, a transgender street performer known to many as Madonna Girl Dale. From the streets of Baltimore, Maryland, to a new life in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Dale has carried one thing with him everywhere he goes: the courage to be seen. Dressed as his favorite artist, Madonna, Dale transforms ordinary public spaces into places of expression, freedom, and survival. Sidewalks become stages. Parking lots become platforms, and every performance becomes a statement, bold, vulnerable, and deeply human. But behind the music, the movement, and the public persona is a person with a story shaped by struggle, resilience, identity, and the need to live authentically in a world that does not always make that easy. Dale's journey is not just about performance. It is about visibility. It is about defiance. It is about finding strength in being different and refusing to disappear. In this documentary, we step beyond the costume and into the life of someone who has made the world his stage. Not for attention, but for truth, for freedom, and for the right to exist exactly as he is. This is highly anticipated docuseries, The World Is My Stage.
TikTok, Insta, Snap, keep them, but add Clips to your lineup. Clips is all video. No clutter, no cringy memes, no essay-like text posts. Just videos. Clips doesn't use algorithm. Content is discovered based on categories that actually interest you. Categories like comedy, beauty and fashion, sports, movies and TV, music and dance, food, pets, and more. And what is even more cool is that your videos can get featured on TV. That's right. Your content can go from the scroll to the big screen on Clips TV, available on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Google TV, and beyond. If you're a creator looking for more exposure, more reach, and a real chance to stand out, Clips is your next move. Just scan the QR code and download Clips now. Don't wait. Clean usernames are still available, but not for long. Get in early, claim your name, and be part of the next wave before everybody else catches on. Clips, creator-driven for the next wave of entertainment.
Welcome to Clips TV, creator-driven CTV for the next wave of entertainment.
My childhood, I would say, sad. When the trauma happened to my mother and me being sexually abused, it made me isolated from people and other teenagers. I was more like kind of wild, because I used to wear Madonna shirts to school, and when I lived in Baltimore, I went to Baltimore City School, Canton Middle, and there was music class. And I didn't want to act like the rest of the students in the class, because this was Madonna's song, Into the Groove, was out. And they're playing music with their instruments and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to disrupt the class. So I start singing Madonna's song and dancing on a chair in music class. And the music teacher took me and said, Dale, get out in the hallway 15 minutes up. So I come back in 15 minutes up, and guess what I did? Start singing Madonna's song, Get Into the Groove, Your Love to Me, Touch My Body, Move Inside, Now I Know You're Mine. And then I got kicked out of music class because I wouldn't follow directions. No influence before Madonna. My mother and I, we went up down to Eastern Avenue in Baltimore, and my mother ran into his brother. And his brother said, Linda, my brother wants to see his son, Dale. So my mother said, well, I'm going to leave it up to my son. And I said, okay, Mom. So we went home and we talked about it. And my mother called him up. And then I was happy at first seeing him, but he took me over to his apartment like the third time. I was sleeping on his couch. And he said, come on, son, come sleep with Dad. And from then, when I slept with him, he took and pulled my pajamas down and took and molested me. And I said to myself, oh no, not again. And he said that if you tell your mother, you're not going to see your mother no more. So I got so fed up being molested, I took and family told one of my aunts, my mother's aunt, Darlene, because we was at her house on Christmas, and I'll never forget this. I said, Aunt Darlene, I gotta talk to you. And she said, what, Dale? I said, it happened again. She said, what do you mean it happened again? I said, my father took and touched me. And that's when my aunt told my mother, and my mother called the police, and that's when Baltimore City Police from Southeastern District said that we had to go over to Baltimore Police, over to the Southern District to make a police report. Well, they took and locked them up, and my mother was very, very protective over me. And they locked him up, and my mother took and punched him in his face where it should have been by me, but I was a teenager. My mother took and went boom, 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 till him dead. The Baltimore City police officers turned her back, and the police officers didn't see nothing. He said, you gonna lock her up? And they said, we didn't see nothing. So when the trial date came up, from me being traumatized, and so here I'm molested by my cousin. Now here we go again by my biological sperm donor. Because anybody who rapes anybody is sick. And so here I'm going to stand in Baltimore City Courthouse downtown, and I could not hold up in court because I'm constantly crying. Every time they try to give me something for me to talk, I couldn't testify because I'm crying. So that's when it was like he was never prosecuted. But then I found out I was not the only person in the family that he took and molested. My own cousin on that side of the family. I felt the safest when I was growing up by my mother. She protected me. Before Madonna ever came, my dream was I wanted to be a dancer. And because I always danced when I was with my mom and all before Madonna. And when I heard Madonna, that's when me and my mom started dancing.
We followed Dale through a regular day in downtown Winston-Salem, North Carolina. From the silence of getting ready to the moment he steps into the street and becomes Madonna Girl Dale. What happens in that transformation is immediate. Private becomes public, preparation becomes performance, and the world outside becomes something he has to face head-on. As Madonna Girl Dale moves through the city, there's music, laughter, and the rush of being noticed. Strangers stop. Some smile, some stare, some become fans, others become critics on sight. Every sidewalk, every corner, every public moment carries risk. Because for Dale, stepping outside is not just about being seen, it's about being judged, challenged, celebrated, and exposed all at once. What we witnessed was more than a performance. We saw someone claiming space in real time, refusing to shrink, refusing to disappear, refusing to ask permission. Beneath the look, the attitude, and the spectacle is something harder, deeper, and more human. The daily act of survival through self-expression. This is Dale's reality, raw, visible, unfiltered, and in a world that can be cruel to anyone who dares to live out loud, Madonna Girl Dale keeps walking straight into the spotlight.
When I was a teenager, my best friend when I was growing up, I was isolated. And what I mean by isolated, I'm a teenager. And here I was abused. I didn't want to socialize with the other teenagers in the neighborhood. I'll say hi and bye. That's how I was on Eastern Avenue in the neighborhood in Baltimore. I didn't hang around other teenagers. I had hang around them hi and bye. But I was more to myself. Okay, when I was growing up, I had pets, and my pets was parakeets and a little small dog. I think it was a Pekingese. My mom got me a Pekingese dog. When I realized I was different than the other kids when I was growing up was when I would start dressing like Madonna. I used to wear the fishnet shirts, the black spandex, and the white Levi's jeans. And I used to wear the Madonna shirts. I used to wear fishnet shirts with the tank top and the spandex, black spandex. And I used to wear just the fishnet shirts also. I was took to stand out on Eastern Avenue because I was doing something in Baltimore was never even thought of in Baltimore. Pole dancing and just dancing, being outrageous and having fun. When I was growing up, I was more of an inside kid, and then I started sitting on the steps when I was coming to be an outside kid, with my mom sitting on the steps, talking to the neighbors and all. There was a moment of my life being a teenager in Baltimore was when I first heard Madonna. I was very proud of myself because then, by me being abused, isolated, it took away all that pain and being insulated and insecure. When I was growing up, I was more wanting protection and friends. There was a family member saw something in me earlier, and that was my Aunt Darlene. Because her husband was a DJ, and they used to invite me and my mom to go out to the bars in Baltimore and Glen Burnie out in Winter County, and I used to dance to Madonna. Me and my mom. I used to play with my toys and watch TV when I was 10 years old. I took and played baseball. I was a catcher. When I lived out in Essex in Baltimore County, I was in baseball. When I was growing up, I felt more comfortable with my body being watched and comfortable and being happy.
TikTok, Insta, Snap, keep them, but add Clips to your lineup. Clips is all video. No clutter, no cringy memes, no essay-like text posts. Just videos. Clips doesn't use algorithm. Content is discovered based on categories that actually interest you. Categories like comedy, beauty and fashion, sports, movies and TV, music and dance, food, pets, and more. And what is even more cool is that your videos can get featured on TV. That's right. Your content can go from the scroll to the big screen on Clips TV, available on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Google TV, and beyond. If you're a creator looking for more exposure, more reach, and a real chance to stand out, Clips is your next move. Just scan the QR code and download Clips now. Don't wait. Clean usernames are still available, but not for long. Get in early, claim your name, and be part of the next wave before everybody else catches on. Clips, creator-driven for the next wave of entertainment.
Welcome to Clips TV, creator-driven CTV for the next wave of entertainment.
This is the first self-titled single from The World Is My Stage television series soundtrack. You can listen to all 12 songs on the soundtrack, now streaming on all platforms. Bitch, I'm Madonna Girl Dale.
Oh. Get into the groove, Madonna Girl Dale. Neon in my eyes, fishnet on my thighs. Walking like I own it, I don't do maybe games. Shaking that ass down Ritchie Highway, I'm just shaking that ass. One more, I'm on the edge, I'm borderline, but I look too good to waste my time. Hands up high, let the bass unfurl. Say my name, Madonna Girl Dale. Madonna Girl Dale, gonna do it her way. Don't give a damn what they think or say. Lights go wild when I hit that twirl. The world is my stage. Madonna Girl Dale, I'm burning up like a lucky star. From the DJ booth to the back of the bar. Tonight I'm crowned, watch the whole place whirl. Madonna Girl Dale, the world is my stage. I'm like a virgin when the beat drops new, fresh on the floor with a dangerous groove. They want a material girl, cool, I can play, but I'm priceless when I move this way. Sliding close, feel the rhythm groove. We go into the grove when the bodies move. Camera flash, let them watch it whirl. Front row energy, Madonna Girl Dale, she's a legend. let them feel that heat. Mirror ball confession in a flow on the beat. Music bring people together no matter who you are. We're one heartbeat on the strobe light stars. Madonna Girl Dale, Madonna Girl, borderline, lucky star, into the grove, go, 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 go. Madonna Girl Dale, gonna do it her way. Don't give a damn what they think or say. Hands in the air, let the bass unfurl. The world is my stage. Madonna Girl Dale, she's a legend like a virgin. Material girl, we raise the bar, still burning up like a lucky star. One last drop, watch the whole place swirl. Madonna Girl Dale, Madonna Girl Dale.
Next time on The World Is My Stage. For Dale, it begins with a song, a voice, an image, a presence larger than life. But what he discovers is more than music. It's a cultural force, a symbol of reinvention, rebellion, and fearless self-expression. In episode 2, Like a Prayer, Dale discovers Madonna. Dale is drawn into the story of an artist who challenged expectations and changed pop culture forever. As fascination turns into obsession, Dale begins to see himself and the world around him in a completely different way. What starts as admiration becomes something deeper, a journey into identity, performance, and the power of transformation. Next time on The World Is My Stage. Like a Prayer, Dale discovers Madonna.
Shaking my ass up and down the highway, from Brooklyn Park to Winston-Salem. I do things my way, don't really care what all the haters say. Madonna Girl Dale, Madonna and me. Ain't no doubt, so scream and shout. Go ahead, yeah, let it out, 'cause it's all about Madonna and me. Go ahead, yeah, let it out, 'cause it's all about Madonna and me. So go insane, go off the chain, breaking necks, taking names, dropping jaws, open mouth, east and west, north and south, Richie Highway, no, really, it's all about Madonna and me. Come on, boys, and follow me, watch my ass, and take my lead. Mud dusted, out busted, just disgusted, grill rusted, sex lust, glam disgust, black mascara, pink blush, lips glossing, bitch flossing, ass rocking, bass knocking, black mascara, pink blush, lips glossing, bitch flossing, ass rocking, bass knocking. Come on, boys, and follow me, watch my ass and take my lead. Mud dusted, out busted.
Welcome to Clips TV, creator-driven CTV for the next wave of entertainment.